Anonymous played a huge role in making sure that the 2 football players in the Steubenville, Ohio rape case got prosecuted. And of course, they leaked a lot of information that helped with the prosecution. However, the FBI is not too happy about all those leaks and all the hacking that took place during that case. In fact, they just raided 26-year-old Deric Lostutter for his involvement in the Steubenville, Ohio case. He was part of Operation or Project Cenk. And, you know, he is being investigated right now. He hasn't been indicted yet. However, he has decided to reveal his identity because he's asking for help. He's asking people to rally in support of what he did. And of course, I think that we should support him because if it wasn't for Anonymous, no one would be prosecuted in the Steubenville, Ohio rape. A 16-year-old was brutally raped by at least 2 football players. And of course, the town was trying to brush it under the rug.
Yeah, no. It's the same pattern we see in every story. It's not the person who did the crime that's the problem, it's the whistleblower that's the problem. So, for example, the torture that the CIA did. No one got prosecuted for the torture. The person who revealed the torture was Officer Kiriakou, CIA officer. He's now serving 30 months in prison. Oh, you revealed the one piece of information you shouldn't have revealed. Ha ha, that's it, you're going to prison. So now they're targeting the guys who showed us what went wrong in Steubenville. Are we surprised? Welcome to the U.S. government.
Yeah, and of course a lot of it, as you have mentioned before, has to do with embarrassment. You know what I mean? Like, when you really think about it, I mean, Anonymous, with their vigilante justice, have gotten much more achieved than local authorities.
In that case.
Yeah. So now, he has written a letter calling out for help. He says, "This is my call to you in the media, in the world of Anonymous, who look to change the world to a free, transparent one, to my friends and family as well, to come to my aid. If you can find in your heart, share my story, donate, buy a sticker, rally in the streets to demand the investigation against me be dismissed."
Now, who would do right things in this country, given the history of what we do to people who actually try to help and bring justice? I mean, is this what we've become? And you know, Obama used to ask this question back in 2007, 2008 when he was running for office. And then he apparently answered it right after he got into office and say, oh, hell yeah, that's what we've become, yes. And did the Espionage Act against whistleblowers more than all other presidents combined, etc. But like in the old days, if you got a tip or if somebody, you know, and I know he hacked into the computer, but you have prosecutorial discretion. You don't have to prosecute every jaywalker, especially if the guy jaywalked across the street so that he could save somebody's life so they didn't crash into a car. You know, you wouldn't prosecute that guy. And as you look at this, you might think, this is not a good use of my prosecutorial powers. Maybe I should be going after the actual rapists, murderers, etc., where my time could be better spent.
But think about that for a second, right? So if government officials and law enforcement hack into your website, hack into your email, collect private information about you, that's okay because they're doing so in an effort to keep you safe. If a hacktivist group decides, or hacktivist collective decides that they want to collect this data in an illegal way because they're doing so in the name of vigilante justice, they're doing so in a way to protect a 16-year-old who was brutally raped, well, that's not okay.
No, hacking is horrible unless the government does it, in which case it's awesome. I mean, you're right. It's a tremendous irony. I'm not sure they recognize irony. Because in their worldview, what the government does is always right by definition. And if the government has forbidden you from doing the same exact thing, well, then it is always wrong by definition.